people say that the reason why you are against homosexuality, and as a virgin, they're saying that you have a secret desire for men. I'm wondering, what do you say to those people that say that you're fighting your homosexual urges?
Oh, to see without my eyes, the first time that you kissed me, boundless by the time I cried. I built your walls around me, white noise, what an awful sound. Fumbling by Gr0yper, feel my feet above the ground. Hand of God, deliver me. Oh, woe is me. The first time that you touched me, oh, will wonders ever cease? Blessed be the mystery of love.
We do what we do to try to convince.
Alrighty, everybody, it's AF Pack time. AF Pack 2. AF Pack 2021. Can you feel the love tonight? There's going to be many homosexual orgies in the air in Orlando tonight. Many cat boys getting fucked up the bum. Tonight, Milo will have his way with Nick. Nick will have his way with Chaggett. There'll be many, many, many obscene gay acts performed. But, folks, we have on the show tonight the internet detectives, the squire and the constable, the spies, the scholars. They have eyes everywhere. They've been uncovering hidden info. We're going to break it down with them. Squire, constable, how are you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Excellent.
Great. I think it's going to be a great show.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be a ride.
We apologize to the chat for Brian on OBS's failures. Fucking Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, fucking Brian.
Fucking Brian. Brian's
punishment is that he is not allowed to speak for the whole stream. So you're all in for a treat.
Poor Brian. Anyway, we're going to get into it here. You're going to witness a clip of Nick Fuentes driving in his car to AFPAC, confirming once and for all he's on the no-fly list. He couldn't get a flight to AFPAC. Patrick Casey was right. During this whole show he did on the way to AFPAC, you see him totally paranoid, fucking losing his mind, worried the feds are following him in his car and all this. But we're going to play a clip from this stream where it's a little bit, it raises some questions, it raises some concerns. So we're going to play this clip at 10:16, the Nick Fuentes stream from February 24th, 2021. If we can get Brian to pull it up with the audio correct, Brian. Brian?
me and Assistant Gr0yper, we kind of went back and forth. We said, is
1016.
this interference? Is this the government? But, we did get hundreds and hundreds of forms and payments. So, and we have
Damn
the other
it,
day
Brian!
Brian!
created how much we stepped up our game from last year.
Joe,
And
again,
I want to remind
Brian,
people as well, this is one of the
10-16.
main reasons why I want to do this stream. It just, dawned on me. I just remembered. But we still have some tickets left. If you go to afpac.events.
Yeah, Brian's had a rough night.
So I think I said this on the show on Monday. The post office is all jammed up. We've been getting emails for the past 2 weeks from people saying, look, I sent in my check and my form the day that you opened up the ticket sales, and my payment still hasn't been confirmed. We've been getting dozens of emails like this every day. And it's not like we're not processing them on our end. We're not receiving them in the post office because for whatever reason the mail's not getting through. And, me and Assistant Gr0yper, we kind of went back and forth. We said, is this interference? Is this the government? But, we did get hundreds and hundreds of forms and payments. So, I said, I don't know if they would be obstructing,
Pause it.
half of them, or a quarter of them. In other words, they wouldn't let
checks in the mail?
that much volume get through and interfere with
why are they
a
not getting
handful
the
of
checks?
them, or,
didn't he
a
say
fraction of
that
them.
to send him cash?
Yeah, what checks are we talking about here?
Yeah, it's
he said for you to send him cash in the mail. Or I think he wanted checks to the America First Foundation, right, guys?
Originally.
Actually,
and money orders.
Can we pull that up really quick? Can we get the FAQ up? Let me see
let's get that up on screen.
I think we called it the AFPAC FAQ. Yeah, get that on screen, and we can kind of go over that. All right, so who wants to read this out so we can kind of see what we got going on here? Actually, should we just go to the point with the money orders and the cash, or should we read this whole thing?
Let's stay on topic.
Yeah, let's stay on topic.
Okay, it's the frequently asked questions for AFPAC. Let me get this pulled. You want to read that out, Constable? It's a bit small for my vision.
Sure, I could read it out. It says, do we accept money orders? And it says, as long as we could cash it, check, cash, or money orders work, make sure you follow instructions, submit your order receipt. If it contains either your name or your email or your order number, we will be able to find all your information. Then it says, will we sell AFPAC tickets at the door? And it says, if there are tickets available, we will sell them at the door, basically. At the current rate, it looks like there'll be no tickets by that time, but we will let you know if they are sold out.
So already here, he's like, okay, we won't have tickets by the time you likely see this. But now all of a sudden, we have lots of tickets because the checks were getting lost in the mail mysteriously. The checks or money, like he literally says, send him cash. Send him,
It goes from, I think we have, I don't know if you guys got the screenshots of this he was showing me earlier. Screenshots of him saying, the show is sold out, there's no tickets left. But then the night before the conference, he's like, guys, there's still tickets. So either, he didn't sell any tickets, he was lying at the beginning to try and make it look more successful than it was, or his means of payment of processing checks was cut off. And so those tickets are no longer, being held up. And so he can sell them for cash or for whatever. But there's definitely been some form of change there from, the tickets were all sold out, you can't get any, to, now there is tickets, and by the way, we're having issues with getting stuff in the mail. Then later on he says he's going to shred any mail that he receives from this point forward, and that stuff's been lost in the mail, this sort of stuff, guys. It's just some weird shit.
Yeah, is he going to shred cash? Are we going to be shredding cash? No way, come on.
Well, why wouldn't he be able to cash checks to begin with? He has everybody's names and general location on their badges. And you have to submit all of this information anyway. So it is very curious that all of a sudden he won't accept checks.
But if nobody's seen that stream in the car, you really have to check it out. We don't have time to go over that whole stream. Maybe some other time we will, but it's quite funny because first of all, the fact he's in the car, shows that he couldn't fly out. He's driving because he's on the no-fly list. What Casey said's right. He's paranoid the whole time. He's stressed out the whole time. He's losing his fucking mind. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good show. We want to go over the itinerary at AFPAC, what the conference today is going to be like, and then we'll get into some of the more explosive revelations about the America First Foundation, what the America First Foundation actually is, where it's located, the application for the America First Foundation that was rejected in the state of Florida. We're going to get into all that on this show. But do we want to go over the AFPAC itinerary here, guys, or what do you guys want to bring up next? This is your investigation, results of the Squire and the Constable's incredible investigation here. So we have the itinerary on screen. We have 5:45 p.m. You check in for private reception. And, you're not allowed to bring in backpacks. You're not allowed to bring in bags. Ladies' purses are going to be checked at the door. You can't bring in selfie sticks. You can't bring in knives. One of the funniest policies, which we might pull up, is that you're allowed to bring in snacks, but not anything that's unsealed. It has to be in its original packaging. So, sadly, for the Gr0ypers whose mothers packed them their lunch for AFPAC, they will not be able to bring the lunch their mothers packed them. Very, very sad. Then at 7, I thought there was a section on this that said that there would be appetizers. Is that just missing now?
Yeah, it says appetizers will be present for guests. Private reception, foyer appetizers.
Cut off on the screen.
It's cut.
Professional photo with Nick Fuentes in designated area, 6 to 7 o'clock. So those just happened. We have our professional photos with Nick Fuentes.
Well, I'm curious as to what the appetizers that will be present for guests, what are they going to be? Is it going to be Mountain Dew and Doritos? Is it going to be Tostinos? Is it going to be pizza rolls? What are the appetizers going? Fruit snacks,
Hot
fruit
Pockets.
gushers. Will there be Dunkaroos? What are the appetizers that are going to be present for the guests? And then we're going to get into this.
I was going to say, we should have seen if there was a appetizer list for that hotel, but the hotel just got leaked, so we didn't have time.
Well, everybody is aware that it's, where is it, Squire? Where's the AFPAC happening this year?
Orlando Hilton. I believe.
The Orlando Hilton. So for those of you who'd like to pay the Gr0ypers a visit at the Orlando Hilton, go ahead. Professional photo with Nick Fuentes in designated area. So for those of you who aren't aware, every Gr0yper that attends this event has to get their picture taken with Nick Fuentes.
Actually, not everyone. Only if you got the $150 ticket are you allowed the privilege of getting your photo taken with Nick. So you need to pay $50.
You get to pay $50 for the privilege of getting your picture taken with Nick. And it's going to have an order number that they track it by and email it out to you. So you get to have your mugshot taken with Fuentes for undeniable proof that you were at this domestic terrorist event. That you were actually in his presence. You have the Telegram update, and then we'll go back to the itinerary.
It starts with, remember your order numbers. It's America's First update.
Yeah, pull that up, because that's just great. So yeah, who wants to read this out? Because this is just...
I'll read it out when we get there.
Oh, it's the one... Oh, Brian, it's the one that's a bunch of numbers. Because I don't think someone named it properly.
That's my bad. Yeah, it's the numbers are... I'll just...
161, bunch of other ones after that. We are very professional. Well, while Brian tries to get that on the screen, how about we speculate on who we think the mystery guest is going to be.
Well, who is the mystery guest going to be? Is it Sam Hyde? Is it Ron DeSantis? Is it Jared Taylor? Who is it? Who do you think it's going to be, Trelane? Who do you think? Is it Milo?
I don't think it's Milo. Milo seems a little too risque for this kind of thing. I think Nick is trying to kind of keep it more boring. Like, I would like for there to be kind of someone, wild, like a Sam Hyde, but I have a feeling it's probably going to be Loomer. It's probably going to be Loomer.
You think it's going to be Loomer?
Yes, I think it's going to be
Loomer.
Loomer.
Well, Loomer's going.
Yeah,
Loomer's going. The Jewess, running for the Congress seat.
Jewish.
Even Ralph has speculated it's Pat Buchanan.
No.
Gator has said it's going to be Mr. Medicare. Mr. Medicare's coming. It's going to be Mr. Medicare, guys.
Gator wishes it was Medicare.
What about Alex Jones?
Chaggett's mom. She was a senator. Why not Chaggett's?
No, it's going to be Chaggett and his father, and they're going to talk about Chaggett's autism.
And they're going to talk about autism.
Well, that would speak to the crowd.
Close out the conference. So here it is. Remember your order numbers. When you take your photo with Nick, we will need your order number. This is for your personal security. So please have that screenshotted or saved somewhere on your phone. That's how we'll email you your professional and amazing photo. Guys, this event's going to be awesome. Why is this for your personal security, the order number? Why is that? What does that have to do with their personal security? You have to have it screenshotted or saved on your phone somewhere. What do you guys think? What do you think of this? Is it suspect?
Yeah, it seems pretty suspect to me that you have to have everything ready to take a picture with Nick. You would think that you'd just be able to take one because you paid $100 to see the shit show. But no, it's got to be a whole event.
No, it's like, okay.
The glow is blinding. So the FBI can match the face to the name. Smokane in the chat's totally on point. That's what it is. It's just easy. It's so fucking easy. This is just a layup for the fucking feds. Everybody's names are on the fucking list with their faces in pictures with Nick at the event, confirming that they have attended, confirming that they're paid up America First domestic terrorists so they can get raided and blown the fuck out.
Well, will you have to give a blood sample? Will you have to give a saliva sample, fingerprints?
I think they're gonna carve that number into your arm so that you just show your arm when you get to Nick.
Well, do you take commemorative fingerprints on the photo with Nick Fuentes? You both, put your thumb.
Oh, it's just when you use the commemorative finger painting, guys. You stick your hand in the. It's Gr0yper finger painting hour, guys. After you get your fucking hot pockets, woo! Go back to the itinerary real quick. We'll go over the itinerary. We'll just knock that out. I just want to
Someone
get that
in chat said it's going to be an anal swab. I think. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Will they be collecting used condoms from the orgy?
Oh no!
So then, from 7 to 8:30, there'll be dinner in the ballroom. Plated dinner with dessert. And apparently you're going to have your set of choices. And there's one update that came from America First Updates reads, if you ordered a fish dish, you will need to let your server know at the table. They will come up to the tables before they serve you the main course. So I don't know why the fish dish is different than all the other dishes. I don't know if this is like code word for like the gay date rape drugs they're going to be taking. If the fish dish is you're going to get your gay anal rape drugs, or if it's an allergy issue or a concern. But we know that there will be the option to get a fish dish at this plated dinner. Yes. I'm guessing that it's fish sticks. I think the choices are you can either get fish sticks, tendies, or a hot pocket. Well, so those are the three options. What are you speculating?
Well,
what have you been hearing from your sources?
Now I'm trying to form a visual here. So maybe like they have the Gordon Fisherman things next to the tendies, next to another dish, and you can't tell them apart. So you have to specify, like, I want this,
yeah.
or I want this, or I want this. And then, they could figure it out from there. I mean,
I don't know. I'll take the schizo take. Maybe it's a code for
maybe it's code.
Big's parents come out with like a freshly trafficked child. They give him to you.
Oh my God.
There's the cheese pizza. Well, what do you think the dessert is going to be? Is it is it a gay stripper that's going to come out and spread his asshole?
Yeah.
And you can
They'll
lick the
roll
shit?
out.
They'll
Roll out a cat boy, and the cat boy will have various desserts on him.
Yeah.
And you just
Cammy comes out of the cake.
Cammy comes
They
out
roll
of the cake.
and Cammy busts out of the cake.
So, looking at this preview of speakers, we have Michelle Malkin, who's not white, is actually Filipino, a paid-up Zionist who defended the Iraq War, and I believe still defends the Iraq War to this day. So we have Mummy Michelle, fucking Mummy Michelle. We have John Miller, who's black, by the way. This is really going well, folks. Fucking John Miller, a black man speaking at this white nationalist conference. I guess he hosted the brief on Blaze TV. I've never heard of him outside of that, but he's the base token black man that we're going to be hearing speak tonight. We have representative
white race.
Yeah, and he works for Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck is definitely based.
Yeah, it's really good to have connections to, mainstream neocons like fucking Glenn Beck and fucking God damn it.
Nick is angling for a show on them.
Representative Steve King, who was fully a fucking rhino for a long fucking time, was a part of the Republican establishment, fucked up, said he didn't see anything wrong with white nationalism, and he was stripped of all his committee duties. But you know what? Instead of being a man and holding firm on his position, there was nothing wrong with white nationalism. Steve King was a cuck and a bitch, and when it came time to the vote to sanction him and strip him of his committees, he voted for himself to be stripped of all of his committee roles. And the vote, I think, was 415-1. And the one dissenting vote wasn't him. It was some based black man who thought that he should be punished even more and be fully expelled from caucus. So you have this total cuck who we're praising for saying, oh, white nationalism isn't bad. I don't see what's wrong with that. But he apologized for it, was sanctioned, and voted for his own sanctioning, and is now no longer a congressman, a former congressman, Representative Steve King. Wow. Fucking amazing lineup here. Vincent James, a guy who refuses to work a job because he claims he can't get a job anywhere. He has 3 children to support, so he's fucking shilling pillows. He reads us the fucking news each day, giving us basic bitch talking points that fucking pretty much anyone could. Great speaker there. Pretty fucking boring, low-energy guy.
Yeah.
And then we have,
of
course, Mexican child leader of the white race, Nick Fuentes. The guys overall on this panel, aside from the mystery guest, 3 out of the 5 panelists aren't even white. 3 out of the 5 speakers aren't white, because I don't even count Nick as white, because he himself says he's like a Latino.
He's Aztec. That's what he calls himself.
Well, as we well know, Nick registered for college as an Afro-Latino.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
So very based.
So
very
it's totally white race.
It's a pretty shit fucking panel, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty fucking embarrassing.
And aren't they only
panel of
talking for
Z-listers.
And they're talking for 15 minutes each or something weird.
Basically, they're talking so the speaking slot is only 2 hours from 8:30 to 10:30. So we're only gonna get maybe 20 minutes a piece or something like this. I don't know.
So weird.
That's about what we're gonna see. 15, 20 minutes a piece.
Are they just going for a free meal, or it's only 15 minutes?
I don't think anybody's making shit off this.
I mean, $100 a head, Nick's making some money, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, is this all charity? Are they just coming for a free meal or maybe a free drink or something?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh fuck, guys.
Well, they even speak.
Um,
Well, they just eat
Yeah,
and be present in the crowd.
they're just there, and it's just Nick speaking for 2 hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that happening actually.
I really could, yeah.
can we pull up where it says no skull masks at AFPAC? So there's no skull masks, folks. No skull masks allowed at AFPAC. It says optics and dress appropriately.
So is this not to
Even
offend the Chinese? Is this not to offend his Chinese overlords on one of the streaming platforms that he's trying to get on? Because the Chinese hate
I don't
hate skeletons.
fucking know.
I mean, because
Oh,
I don't
shit.
get it either. It's just so weird. There's so many strange quirks.
is that
with
a
this.
gang symbol? Will that be like linked to white supremacy?
It's going to be linked to white supremacy there, guys.
Is that just to shit on
optics
Ralph?
first? I love it says optics, but you got to remember, like, Nick Fuentes' associations. Chaggett's going to AFPAC, folks.
Yeah.
Chaggett is going to this event. He was invited to this event. I have him saying he was invited to the event. A fucking autistic meth head criminal. But guys, remember the optics. Holy fuck. I want to pull up on screen quick just for fun the AFPAC 2 poster.
Oh yes.
Oh yes, let's go
I
over
don't know-
the poster because this is fascinating.
So there's some fascinating stuff in this poster. So if you look in the bottom left-hand corner of this poster, you'll see an image of, I think this is Nick Trump and Ron DeSantis together golfing. And it spells out NTR, which is the Japanese short form for cuckolding. So I don't know if the artist for this was just fucking trolling them, or if this is them just secretly signaling that they're all a bunch of cuckolds. But it makes me fucking laugh a lot. It does. And if you zoom in into the top right-hand quadrant, which I don't know if we can do here, but you'll see the letters PPP in the top right-hand corner above the sign. So I don't know. I don't know if the person who drew this was just like fucking with them secretly, but you see, like, in that red sign above it are the letters PPP. Then below that, and below that sign it says fucking free Yoba. Optics check. Can I get a fucking optics check on that one? Free Yoba? We got a free Yoba, eh? Then we got fucking on the airplane. It looks like a bunch of Gr0ypers fucking T-posing, taking their masks off. I'm just gonna say, can I call the yikes the cringe department? Is it the yikes or the cringe department? Either way, it's both yikes and cringe. Cringe as fuck there. This AFPAC poster. Like, look at this shit. It's fucking terrible.
I don't know what they
terrible.
were thinking.
And it's T-posing. Like, this fucking T-posing is a dead meme. It's been dead for fucking like 2-3 years now. It's from like 2018. Fucking move on. This is like some fucking boomer came up with this fucking poster design. This GTA Vice City aesthetic. Wow, we're a really serious political movement here, guys. The official poster is GTA Vice City knockoff. We're really going to save the world here.
I mean, these are all
so this
Zoomers.
is AFPAC.
They're all Zoomers. Have any of them even played Vice City, for crying out loud?
I just don't know. We'll get zoomed back out on this full fucking image.
I mean, and
it's SS Gr0yper, I think.
And they're still talking to
SS
Trump,
Nicker.
even though he completely obliterated them and humiliated them. Trump is
Trump
still
ever
set there.
endorse America First? I'm pretty sure Trump
No.
has always been against them. He's been having pictures and meetings with Charlie Kirk. We've seen that. He was retweeting when he was on Twitter, guys like Gorka and other people that were against America First. So I just think it's pretty fucking funny there, guys. Hold on here. Do you guys want to pull up the stuff about the foundation and get into that?
Yeah, should we do the audio clip of Nick discussing the foundation first? And then kind of go over
Yes,
it?
actually, pull up that audio clip.
Yeah.
That's
the one
we'll
called
play that.
The Nick Foundation. Pull that up. Chop chop, Brian. Chop chop.
Brian!
All right, and he also made an allegation. I mean, I guess it's kind of in the same vein, but I guess it's a little more specific because he claimed that your specific
I guess
bank
just
account
go ahead and play that
frozen,
now.
and it seemed to imply that was one reason you were going ahead with this to recoup costs or whatever. He actually directly claimed that, so I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, I caught that too. He said that I'm broke, so I'm only moving forward with the conference so that I could fill up my coffers or something. And I will say, I am not taking a cent from the foundation, okay? And just to tell you about the event, AFPAC is officially an event from our 501c4 nonprofit called the America First Foundation. It's totally separate. And, the thing that you got to understand about nonprofits is that you cannot commingle money. When it comes to nonprofits, there's a lot of scrutiny from the IRS. There's a lot of regulations involved in this. So it's not like this is just a big slush fund. It's not like this is a bank account where I'm like, going to McDonald's and swiping the foundation card. It doesn't fucking work like that. And I don't know if I don't know if he's ever run a nonprofit or anything. He's not involved with the nonprofit, but it's not that simple. And I will say, I've not taken a cent from the foundation. I don't plan on taking a cent from the foundation. We have people on the board. They're all people by the way. I don't want to disclose who they are, but it's streamers, it's people that you know. But that would have to be approved. No salaries have been approved. No compensation has been approved from the foundation. All the money that is raised by AFPAC is going back into the foundation and being reinvested into other projects. And the beauty about a nonprofit is all the finances are disclosed publicly. And I don't know all the particulars. Our accountant handles this, but you have to file an annual report as a nonprofit, and they show how that money's dispersed. So I'm not just talking out of my ass. It will eventually, I believe, be a matter of public record. What's more, I don't want to get into my finances too much because, it's just not a good idea.
Now, he
We're
made
in
a
a vulnerable
specific claim
position.
that your bank account was frozen. Now, again, I can't. Obviously, you don't have to go there, but he kind of went. That's kind of a really personal claim that he made. I don't know, but yeah, go ahead. I'll let you say whatever you're comfortable saying.
I'll say this much. It's a half-truth. I can't explain the full context of it. It's something that I told Patrick in confidence, and it's something that is partially true. And I will leave it for the audience to decide. I just want people to understand what I'm involved in right now. Currently, I am building my own proprietary streaming platform. I am talking to 4 different lawyers. We are spending tens of thousands of dollars to put on this foundation event. There's lots of things going on. If I didn't have access to capital, and this is just what I'll say, maybe this is an indirect way, but this is how it has to be. If I didn't have access to capital, would any of that be possible? If I didn't have access to capital, none of this would really add up, in other words. So I don't want to get into particulars. What he said is, no, it's not technically true. What he said, no, is not technically true.
I'm going to let you guys take it away on this presentation here of AFPAC, what it actually is, and how it contradicts with what Nick has said here. Now, guys, the floor is open to the detectives here, Constable and the Squire, who's been performing this investigation on the America First Foundation.
So first, let's kind of unpack what he just said. So, no, yes, maybe my bank account is frozen. I can't really discuss it, legal reasons. Well, let's look at what we had earlier. We had Nick saying, oh, guys, our checks mysteriously, we haven't received any of them. We can't cash your checks, so you guys are going to have to...
Mysteriously, Nick is not cashing any checks. So I wonder why that would be, even though he desperately needs capital to make this happen.
So
that's
my theory, and we can't prove it, but my theory on this is that the checks are going to his foundation account, and the foundation account is what got frozen. But that's my theory. So, but, let's let's discuss this foundation, because it is kind of strange that he just all of a sudden brings up the America First Foundation. I think that's the first time I've ever heard him say that. I don't know about you guys.
I've never heard of it before this.
Well, the America First Foundation before AFPAC was never heard of before, right? I mean, we've never heard of anything like this. Didn't exist before this. So just, on a whim, this foundation has been established. And you guys were on the trail of this foundation trying to find it because it's supposed to be publicly available. And It was very difficult for you guys to find, it seemed, right, guys? What ended up happening when you initially were trying to find the America First Foundation and its public filings and its applications and that sort of thing?
Well, actually, real quick, I want to say what kind of got us going was the fact that Chaggett was being so suspicious when he said, I can't legally talk about this. Why are you not able to legally talk about something you're going to? And that's kind of what made me and the constable look into it in the first place.
Is that right? Okay. I mean, well, that is suspicious. I don't understand why Chaggett wouldn't be able to talk about being invited to this event, but I mean.
So then the constable was
for
the
legal
first.
Reasons.
He was the first person to discover the Florida Foundation. Do you want to?
Yeah, well, you would think if it was in Orlando, I would be able to find a non-for-profit in Florida, right? But what I discovered was when I looked for the America First Foundation, there was already a foundation in Florida that was dedicated to building a wall, and they were taking donations. And then under that, there was an application for the America First Foundation from Nicholas Fuentes.
Rejected.
Yeah, let's pull that up.
Yeah, Fuentes.
And under that, there was one. And of course, it was rejected for like 50 reasons. And I'll go over why it was rejected for 50 reasons when we have it on screen.
Yeah. And now we blocked out the street address on this because we don't want to get flagged.
He was applying for a 501c4 status, not a 501c3, which is more religious affiliation charity. So here we go. Here's this application here. I see it on screen now. First things first, an organization already existed with America First Foundation in Florida. So it rejected out of hand. Second, it says Western Springs, Florida as the address. And it has a zip code for Illinois, where Nick Fuentes lives. I think his parents' house is where the zip code actually goes to. So, and then the mailing address was a P.O. box. So all of those things are immediately would disqualify this application. So this was our starting point. And immediately I looked at it and I said, well, this is kind of scandalous. And then I thought to myself, this is like too good to be true. There's no way that Nick would file this and it would get rejected like this. And it's just sitting out in the open and no one else would notice this but me. So me and Squire actually decided to do more digging. But I did find this relatively funny. And then Squire posited a theory to me immediately when we saw this. And what was that, Squire?
That this is a red herring. This was bait for people like, I don't know, the SPLC and other liberal organizations to find and then run with. Because we did, actually, the constable found a request for information on this corporation that was publicly made by someone who actually works for the SPLC.
Yeah, right. The SPLC was on the trail before I was. And that was immediate red flag because, if some lesbian on Twitter who hates Nick Fuentes is ahead of me, there had to be a problem. So
then after that, we've kind of looked more and we were like, well, maybe this is it. Maybe Nick is doing some major fraud and having some kind of like rejected filing and using this as, it's a charity, but it's rejected. However,
we came to the conclusion, right? Where would you file for a shady corporation, right?
Yeah.
Where's the first place that you would file for like the shadiest corporation that you could possibly do? And of course, that's the state of Delaware because they have no, they have no real standards in Delaware, and everything is actually hidden from the public in Delaware. You have to pay.
All right, so Brian, can you pull up the DE Corp picture, please?
Delaware.
So now, when you look at this has very, very minimal information on it. You get a file number, you get an incorporation date. You only know that it's an actual like charitable organization because the type is listed as exempt, meaning you don't have to pay tax.
Which is typical for a 501c4 and C5.
But look at the name and the address. A Registered Agent Inc. Well, who the hell is that? What the hell is that? You know?
Yeah.
So we were looking at this. We didn't want to spend the $10, $20 fee because, you know,
we're cheap. We're cheap.
We're all Jewish. This is clearly a Jewish conspiracy to, you know, usurp Nick from his throne, his Gr0yper throne. So we did a little more digging, and we discovered that he actually has registered as a charity, not as an organization, but as a charity in Florida. So now,
hold on, Squire.
Yeah.
First, we just Googled that address that was there.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Of course, it's like, you know, like our friend Joshua Connor Moon. This is registered to a virtual office. Okay, and the first thing that came up actually was a Delaware news article that said this office is linked to 235 online scams for fake corporations. So we were laughing about that. I mean, that was an immediate.
Yeah,
that was our immediate first link.
It's
to
incredibly shady. It's incredibly shady.
Not for profit.
But here's the problem. Now, if you look at this, well, how do we know it's Nick's organization? Well, we know by going to the Florida website for charities to look them up, and we found this. The America First Foundation, Dover, Delaware. And it has a registration number, and it has a statement of purpose that says, this corporation shall be a nonprofit corporation. Its purpose shall be a civic organization that will educate, promote, and advocate for conservative values based on the principles of American nationalism, Christianity, and traditionalism. So fucking cat boys is basically what this is saying.
Yeah, the conservative value of bending over my gay fucking cat boys and having orgies with fucking bodybuilders, which we'll get into here in a minute there. But holy fuck here, guys. I mean, this is a total fucking tax scam. It's just a total scam top to fucking bottom here.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? But fuck, do we have the picture of where this is located? Where that this has been filed?
Oh, the street address? I can get that real quick.
Yeah.
It's like some house.
Let's get that
for real quick, because we need to show you guys where the America First Foundation is located at. Where the America First location is at. Because I find this to be pretty funny, because it's just some straight up fucking boiler room. Straight up boiler room company. It's like filed under a fucking P.O. box in this random fucking building in Delaware. Just this random building.
Oh yeah, if you can go to either the Google Maps link, or I can just put the pictures in. Whatever's easier, Brian.
Just put the picture.
Yeah, there's the picture.
Yeah,
and then I can get the other picture, which makes this place look even more suspicious.
Headquarters right there.
Yeah,
get the other one.
I like the other one just because you see Bernie Sanders hanging out in the background. And then
you see police. You see.
No, it wasn't a police vehicle.
The news truck, right?
Yeah, the news SUV. It's not even a news van because
ABC News covering it because it's a scam office. So they're doing a presentation about it.
I get that. Do you have the ABC article saying it's a scam office where they run scams out of it?
I think it's the first Google result. Hold on a sec.
But here we have 8 the Green Dover. And there's the America First flag flying above the door, folks. There it is.
This is the America
There it
First
is.
studio that if you spend $10,000, you get sent out here to bumfuck Delaware.
Holy shit. And the office they run it out of is notorious for being a scam office. It's just tremendous. This is what your money's going to, Gr0ypers. This is what your money is going to.
Oh yeah, pull the article up. We can read that.
Well, that's the first result. That's the funniest fucking thing to me.
Discover the story behind the story.
Ryan, click that. Exit out. There we go. Who wants to read this?
You do it, man. You fucking give it a go.
All right. Federal authorities investigating a potential billion-dollar investment fraud are demanding to know the identities of people behind more than 200 Delaware limited liability companies. It is the latest in a string of high-profile cases that highlight how secrecy around LLCs in Delaware and elsewhere can slow law enforcement efforts to find companies that act as conduits through which allegedly tainted money flows. So,
yeah, a total of 235 LLCs completely ignored subpoenas filed in August by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. So there you go. I mean, it's just fucking.
It's the first thing that pulls up when you search the address.
And that's where Nick registers his business, his charity.
And you want to know a fun fact about Delaware? So Delaware is one of the few states where if you open up a 501c4, you don't need a board of directors. So that means that Nick could literally just put himself as the board and doesn't need any additional people.
Genius.
So it's a nice little scheme.
Folks, AmericaFirst.live tried to go live at 7:45 and it has crashed. So
Oh, no.
let everybody know that the stream is down. The official stream is down.
This article is a little old. I don't know what the date on this article is. What is the date on that article?
Do you guys have any more on this that you want to show us about the America
yes.
First Foundation? Okay.
We have his filing, the PDF filing for his Florida charity.
All right,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
get that pulled
real
up.
quick.
Yeah,
Let's get
pull
that
that up.
pulled up.
Because, the image we showed earlier just says a Delaware corporation is filing. It didn't have a name on it. So people are probably asking, how do we know this is Nick's? So go ahead and scroll up to the beginning, and we can just go through this real quick. This should just take a few minutes, and then we can get onto the juicy shit. The gay, the cat boys, all of that.
Yeah. Nice little cross-out, Squire.
Hey, it was thicker when I fucking did it. I don't know what happened.
Those are really obscured.
Well, fuck it. The address is public anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's all public record.
And his mom's address got leaked already, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, poor Mrs. Fuentes.
So that's the America First Foundation, so we already know that. So go ahead and scroll down a little bit. And we can go to the part where it says...
Imagine your charity is registered to your parents' house. It's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
But what a corporation.
Has the same establishment date, Delaware. And then if you scroll down, it'll tell you. Let's see which part where it says. Yep, Nicholas J. Fuentes.
Is this organization authorized by any other state? Hold on. Hold on, you went past it.
He's in charge of distribution, solicitation, and is the president.
There you go.
So it's a one-man charitable organization, it seems.
But there's no compliance or anything linked to this charity. It's all no. I don't know when this gets updated, though. We'd have to... Delaware is a notoriously shady state, so we can't say for sure if that hasn't been updated or not. But
yeah, and it could be that possibly his account got frozen for the foundation, maybe something got rejected and we just can't see it. Because, like you said, Delaware is super fucking shady, so there's no way of knowing.
Right.
And someone was
And
asking in chat, is this public info? Yes. You can go to the Florida website for charities and you can find this information yourself.
There you go.
And that phone number is just to a virtual office that leads to nothing. So
yeah. And there's nothing comes up on IRS, so we don't know if he's even been approved for 501c4 status by the federal government. So this could all be mute anyway.
Yeah. All right. So what else do we have? I think that's it with regards to the foundation. It looks suspicious, you know.
It was fascinating.
I wouldn't donate to this because there's no way of knowing.
You gentlemen,
yeah,
you incredible internet detectives, to pull up all this stuff about the gay bodybuilders. What's going on? Fuentes is hanging out with gay bodybuilders, wanting to suck them off. What's going on? What's happening?
Yes, well, Fuentes, as I think most people are kind of aware, that Fuentes has quite the history flirting with gay men on Twitter, flirting with gay men on live streams. There's various things, but there was an allegation about this Kauai lifters group and flirting with gay men, and we pulled up some of those things, and we wanted to go over it. You know, yeah, that's our main gay bodybuilder.
So this here on screen, this man with some version of the black sun tattooed on his chest. This is Tyr. This is the daddy dom that Fuentes wants to ram his thick, meaty shaft up his ass while he wears the catboy ears and yelps out, "Ew, ew, ew, ew." This is the man that Fuentes wants deep in his ass. Deep in his ass! Fantastic. Fantastic, this man. So what's the connection between this gay bodybuilder here and the Roman LARP getup and the half-Mexican leader of the white race, the child, Nicholas J. Fuentes?
Well, we have a couple examples that we can go over. I mean, here's the thing. I have, besides this, at least
you have hundreds, right?
30 to 40 tweets of Nick acting like a homosexual. Either talking about catboys, talking about how much he loves catboys, talking about how traps aren't gay, liking tweets that literal trannies are sending him. So we have that, but let's focus on this gentleman here. So I want you, Brian, to pull up the Catboy1 tweet.
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
So Constable, do you want to read this out?
Sure, I'll read it. Do you want me to start at the top? I'm officially
start at the top.
Shipping at Rip Hair and Nick J. Fuentes. Make it happen, boys. 2008. Ain't seen nothing yet. And then it says, I'm currently being hacked, and as a hacker, I can tell you that Tyr is too bulky to be a catboy. So that's
something
Nick,
that's what a straight man would say.
Yeah,
that's what a totally heterosexual, normal,
uses that
Catholic
excuse
traditional
all the time, where he says, "I was hacked, but this is," like he uses that a lot, or it's ironic. That's the other thing he'll say.
Yes, it's all ironic.
But now we have and I believe this one is called Catboy 2, where we have Nick and this bodybuilder gentleman having a friendly conversation on Twitter. So, Brian, can you pull up Catboy 2?
I just love that he's the ultimate expert on catboys as well, as to who is bulky enough, lean enough to be a catboy. I mean, that says it all.
Yeah.
He has a level of expertise.
Let's see if we can get zoomed in a little bit closer on this, and then it's going to be up to the constable to give us this amazing reading.
So where should I start?
Start from the beginning. I mean, well, I don't know. Let's see. What
it says, if you have a beam or a bar which can support you, why would you need a towel to do a pull-up? And then it goes, balanced movement requires stabilizing muscle. Okay, so it says, okay, I thought it was supposed to be like a pull-up bar. So go down. And then it just says, "Get a room already." So keep going, Brian. Keep going, Dad.
Damn it, Brian!
So here's Nick flirting back and forth with this gay bodybuilder wearing the Roman fucking helmet with the black sun tattooed on his chest.
Because Nick has watched copious amounts of videos of this guy working out, right? So then, they say exactly. And then, get a room already, guys. And,
he goes, a cat boy room.
A cat boy room.
Naughty face. Cat boy room, guys.
A cat boy
my cat
room.
boys. Holy shit. Imagine
I
saying this to a gay man. Like, what the fuck? It's one thing you joke with your bros, make a gay joke. This is like an actual homosexual bodybuilder.
I think he has more gay friends than Chaggit. Like, seriously.
Oh, that's a fucking tough competition. It seems everybody involved in this movement is some form of fag. It's crazy.
Either they're a fag or a fed, yeah.
Yeah.
No. Both.
They're both, like Milo.
They're both
like,
Milo, yeah.
Let's see. So
What's
we
next?
have that. Should we go over the other man?
Oh yeah, we got to
Nick's
go over
life.
Paul Town, right?
Yeah.
Nick is in love with this guy.
Yeah,
This
Nick is
ridiculous.
absolutely in love with this guy. Now, just for Paul Town alone, I probably have about 10 or 12 tweets of Nick, saying and flirting with the guy on Twitter. And all of it's one-sided. Paul seems to just ignore him. It's just Nick.
And mind you, I've asked everybody that I know, everybody that I've ever talked to, if they know who Paul Town is. Nobody knows who this guy is. This is not an e-celebrity. This is not somebody who is particularly popular. This is somebody who's incredibly esoteric.
Yeah, he's
and Nick is talking about him a week ago. Nick is flirting, talking about fantasizing about this guy.
All right, so Brian, pull up Gay3.
Gay3.
And before anyone asks what happened to
Exhibit
1 and
3.
2, well, it's a long story. All right, so
no.
3. Oh,
yeah.
There we go. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Okay, Brian. PPP. I don't think we should feed Brian.
Last night, I dreamt that at Fit and Hubris and I were trying to operate a really large boat. I was really mad at him because he kept ignoring me. And I dreamt about Beardson last week, Sean this week. Hopefully Paul Town is on deck with heart emojis in the eyes. What is going on?
Yeah.
This is some fucking gay ass energy. Have you ever had dreams about your work acquaintances or friends, and not only just dreams about them, but then tweeted about them with heart eye emojis? What the fuck is this? What is going on?
Not even I, an incredibly gay man, have done anything like this. So I don't have any.
But this is real. This is real. This is reality. This is your Messiah who's going to save the white race.
And this is just a sample. We have more. We have
40 different instances of this.
Oh my God, there's so many.
All right, Brian, do Gay 2 now. Now we'll go to 2.
This is a good one. Yeah, this is a good
this one is one of my favorites because it is just, well.
So gift from God here. Ever just see a cute guy and start to think, damn, am I gay? And then you realize it's a mirror. And Nick follows up on this by saying, and realize Paul Town is standing right behind you, and it's him you're seeing in the mirror. So Nick has these moments where he looks in the mirror, realizes he's cute, realizes he's gay, and then there's another man standing right behind him in the mirror, pumping his dumper. As he would like to say.
Pumped in the dump.
Yeah, imagining that a man is literally fucking his ass in the mirror. I mean, that's what I
Mask
think.
is fully off at this point, folks.
And here's the thing,
fully gay.
Fully homosexual with emojis too to describe their emotion.
One-sided. Like Paul does. I have yet to see a single tweet where Paul plays along with it. Paul's just like, oh, okay, All right, so let's go to the next one, which is, let me see. The name of this one is Gay Number 9. We're going to skip a bunch of them.
I'm gonna skip them. All right.
Well, do we want to be here for like 3 hours looking at Nick
We'll
saying
go
gay
for a
shit
half.
on Twitter?
We're gonna go for a half hour on this stuff and the Cammy stuff, and we'll wrap up by 8:30, and we'll watch the speeches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hit
If
this.
they're able to watch the speeches.
Yeah,
All right, this one's good too. I'll read this.
give
one.
us a read, Squire.
So Croatian fellow goes, I'm thinking of writing a Bonnie and Clyde style romance novel with Dick Spencer, which is Richard Spencer for all the people who don't know how that works, and Nick Fuentes, in which they ride around the country running from the law, robbing black people, and carrying on a fiery love affair. So then Nick replies, change it to Paul Town instead of Richard Spencer.
Who thinks this way? Is it even funny? Like, this isn't funny. This isn't like. How does this help us win the culture war? Does anyone know?
It's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm at a loss for words. I don't know exactly how.
Really, it just kind of makes me like, I don't even know what to say to that. Like, I don't know why you would even do things like that.
You know, and there's more examples, you know. But here's the other thing, too. Now, for people who are questioning, well, maybe this is, you know, because Nick likes to say a lot of things are irony, or it's a meme, or, oh, I was hacked. Well,
Yeah.
we do have some video of Nick interacting with Paul Town on a live stream. It was actually a Google Hangout, so. But if you look real carefully at how kind of Nick reacts and how he's animated, it's really curious. So let's go ahead and pull up the.
How long is this clip?
Let's see.
3 minutes, right?
No, it's like
Okay.
we don't need to watch the whole thing. We just need to.
No, we'll
it's
watch
6 minutes. It's 6
We'll
minutes.
watch the 6 minutes. We'll watch the 6 minutes.
Okay.
Just play the 6 minutes full through, uninterrupted, and then we'll give our commentary after. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, yeah.
Right, cool.
And focus on Nick.
Yeah,
Focus on
if
Nick,
you can
and when
try
Paul
to
Town is
focus
on the
on
screen, yeah, focus on Nick.
if you can. I don't know, Brian. This might be a little advanced. All right, play.
Right now?
What?
Isn't he with you right now?
What do you mean?
Weren't you guys in like? Oh my word! Oh my god!
Oh!
Oh no!
It's
no,
no. It's all.
No, isn't he with
recording right
it's all
now.
done. It's all done. No, isn't he with you in DC right now?
In what?
Isn't he with you in DC right now?
No, I'm in Chicago. He's in
Washington.
He's in
I said
Washington
Matt.
State.
No, I said Matt.
Oh, I
Matt,
thought you
isn't he
said
with you?
Yeah, no, we're together. I'm just like in.
Yeah, isn't he here? Yeah. So you should walk out there with the camera, you know.
You want me to walk in on Nick?
On Matt.
On James.
No, on James. Sorry.
Oh, on James?
Yeah.
You're talking to Matt.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Baked Alaska and James Alsop, they're just like in the other room playing Donkey Kong right now.
You should head out there.
You want me to go get them?
Yeah.
They told me not to. They
Yeah,
explicitly told me not to do that.
Typically, people with those kinds of conditions don't like to be interrupted past like 8 p.m.
Well, the question really is, who's the real retarded one? I think the answer might have changed a few minutes ago.
I think
About a minute ago.
if me and James ever have a debate, which we never will because he's a bitch, we should just call we should just call it Tard Wars. We'll see which one's more retarded. Me or him.
I know who I have my money on.
One of this is retarded by choice. I'll say that. Anyways, woo, spicy tonight. Nick's over here fixing his hair, trying to look good.
Just getting the look, you know.
Yeah,
I gotta get a haircut.
I got a haircut today.
Too long.
Yeah, I have to get a haircut like every 2 weeks, or I want to kill my family.
I'm gonna cut my wrists later.
You're so twisted, Paul.
Yeah, now I am. I'm screwed and twisted.
You're unhinged.
Yeah.
He's off the chain.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm off the chain. I'm really going places. Probably
I think I'm gonna start wearing
probably
a face
back
mask.
to the side of the road. Under the bridge. Off a cliff.
I really miss when you were doing these streams and you were by the river.
Yeah, I do too.
It had such a good ambiance.
I would just be like there and like Sean would be yelling at somebody for 4 hours and it would be getting colder and colder and cars would be driving by slowly.
For 4 hours.
And I'd be thinking about jumping in.
And the thing that I guess the best part about it was like there was always that element of danger. It was like, is Paul gonna get raped this episode? Is it gonna happen? And it never did. But I think that's part of the reason why people tuned in.
Yeah.
They wanted to hear it.
When it got too cold, there was no reason for me to do a stream anymore because there definitely was nobody coming, you know. On that note,
what?
I'm gonna leave because I gotta go wipe everything from my Twitter account. I gotta get out of here because my life is about to be ruined, and I know there's a few different discords plotting against me, and that's not not okay. Because listen, you guys want people to follow you on Twitter, you know, to say the white race, make fun of me. That's not gonna happen. Okay. Thank you. Right, I'll see you guys later.
Paul, we have a question from the chat real quick.
I have some monitors that need some love.
We have a question from the chat real quick. I just wanted to see. It says, "Dear Paul, is Sean gay?"
Well, ask Sean that. 1 second. I see what Sean says. I don't know. I don't want to blow up his spot. You know, when you come out of the closet, you got to do it right.
I mean,
amazing.
So it's okay. All right. Well, we'll leave that on a T. We'll just leave it open. We won't answer whether or not Sean's gay or not. We'll just leave it open ended. We'll just leave the closet door open. How about that?
So we can kind of wander.
So there we are. When you come out of the closet, you got to do it right. Leave the closet door open for you. Leave the closet door open. When you come out of the closet, you got to do it right. Leave the closet door open for you. Leave the closet door open. When you come out of the closet, you got to do it right. Leave the closet door open.
Constable, you're hot micing.
I am?
Or someone is.
Okay.
Well, I know people are complaining they couldn't hear it, but that's fine.
It's not about hearing it. It was about watching.
Yeah, you just had to watch Nick.
Twirling his hair and
body
blushing.
language.
Yeah,
he's like clearly gay as fuck.
All because his sweetie Paul Town is in the stream.
I believe I took a picture that best encapsulates.
Yeah, do we have that picture of?
It should be in here.
Let's see. What is it called?
It's called Fuentes in Love.
Yes, pull up Fuentes in Love.
You have that, Bri?
Oh my God!
Oh, you see in his eyes there the deep love.
You see the cheeks, red cheeks, blushing, big smile. You know, Nick never smiles. If you pull up like 300 pictures of Nick, there's not like one smile. He always looks absolutely miserable.
But here,
he looks so happy
with all his gay buddies, joking about being gay, joking in quotes because they're really seriously flirting in a faggoty way. He's got a beautiful smile.
Oh.
I think that's all we have for the gay shit.
Because it's all been covered to death, but we just want to add something a little new to it.
Should we
I haven't seen that stuff covered.
Should we pull up the Catboy Cammy stuff real quick?
Yeah, the Catboy
let's
Cammy updates.
Cammy
'Cause
stuff
that
real
shit
quick,
is
and
just
we'll wrap the
fucked.
show.
Yeah, let's do that and then call it. All right. What should we pull up first, guys?
Do we want to show the picture of Cammy and his quotation mark wife first?
Yeah. If people haven't seen that yet, we can pull
It's
that
just
up.
under Cammy Dish
Yeah.
wife.
There you go. Now, chat, is that a man or is that a woman?
Yeah.
Is this a beautiful, hot anime wife, or is this a guy in a wig? Press one.
Yeah, pick up
Should
Press
the
one
other
if
one
this
first.
is a man.
Press
Press
one if it's
two.
a man.
Press 2 if it's a beautiful woman that confirms that Cammy is heterosexual. Because this is what we're being told. Oh no, Nick and Catboy Cammy weren't gay together because Cammy's totally heterosexual and he's married now, guys. Totally married. I don't know. This looks a lot like his previous lover, Nick Fuentes, just in a fucking wig.
Yeah.
It kind of does, actually.
Yeah, is that a tranny in a dollar store wig, or is that a beautiful woman? You tell me. I mean, can we pull up the other one? Because that's an even better picture.
Oceans of ones. Let's get
his wife
a
has
few
a
of
5
these.
o'clock shadow. And
let's get some more. Let's get the one.
Yeah, there
where
it is.
he's,
Yeah.
Zoom in. Enhance.
Beautiful 5 o'clock
Enhance.
shadow.
Look at those legs. Those are the legs of a woman. Come on. Those are the legs of a modern woman right there. How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, I don't know, guys. It looks a little... Look at that hand,
Look at the
too.
shoulders.
Fuck. Look at that hand.
Look at the
It
legs.
engulfs that bone.
The hairy man legs.
Everything is just, oh my god.
She's taller than Cammy. What a woman, right?
We'll pull up the picture of his wife in that white, like, Japanese anime costume.
And the cosplay outfit. Yeah.
In the cosplay outfit, because this one's the most damning image to me. Most damning image to me. Look at the shoulders. Look at the arms. Look at how built they are. Look at the chin here. Look at the facial structure. Just saying. That's a fucking man.
I mean,
That's
there
a
are
man,
more
right?
pictures definitely
Look at the
confirming there's a
shoulders.
penis. We just can't show them on stream.
No,
I
we
mean,
can't show them. They're disgusting. We don't want that on stream.
I mean, I almost threw up.
And you're gay and you almost threw up.
I'm gay. I don't want to see somebody in like an anime costume with their ball hanging out. It's just gross.
Well, this isn't unusual behavior for Cammy. I mean, we have footage of him fucking a trap.
Yeah, possibly the same person.
Yeah, do we have that clip ready,
That audio.
Brian? Yeah.
It's called Cammy and his tranny.
Go ahead and pull that up.
I'm watching the B movie together. As he
the B movie.
As he fucks his tranny.
Guys.
Yep. Play it.
Do you like jazz? Do you like jazz? Say you like jazz! Do you like jazz?
What the fuck?
It's clearly a tranny voice, right? No woman sounds like that. Number one.
No. That's a man. He's having gay sex with a man. Gay sex with a man there.
Maybe that was the wedding night. Who knows? It's just awful. Just awful.
But that's what America First is all about.
Yeah.
That's what AFPAC's all about.
We're saving the white race with Cammy.
Yeah, is Cammy's wife like the ideal like America First trad wife? You know, we need to ask these questions to.
So, do we want to go into how Nick met Cammy?
Oh shit! Do we have time for that? I guess we have time for that. We can.
Well, we could go over it just real quick.
Yeah,
It's like
let's go over it.
seconds.
Yeah, you go over it.
So, Cammy used to stream to about 3 people at like 24 hours a day. It's almost like a cam whore on D Live, and he had 3 fans, and these 3 fans were like 2 random meets and Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes used to go on at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and talk to Cammy all night and send him messages while he was live streaming half naked, just laid out on the floor. And that's how they met. And that was a very public thing. People caught on to that eventually, that Nick was talking to Cammy as he was in a dress, with his penis flopping out, sucking on dildos. And Cammy was into that. So, I mean, Nick was into that. Cammy was obviously into that too. And that's how their love affair started. So, as he was, right after he'd do his, America's First show, he'd go talk to Cammy in the middle of the night. Confide in him.
Middle of the night, talking to a man throwing a horse dildo.
Can we get up on screen in the chat? We have is totally not gay web app. So this is Cammy gets asked if Nick has ever expressed thoughts to him about having a family or being with a woman, and just watch his reaction to that idea that Nick might be attracted to women. Let's watch this.
Yes, this is the most telling.
Yeah, pull that up, Brian.
Does Nick ever talk about being attracted to girls? Oh, fuck. Oh, why did they... Oh, fuck, they got me. That was funny. Yes, actually. He's spoken before about how he wants to get married and have a son. So, pretty sure that's stuff he's spoken about on the show as well, so... Yeah, he has expressed a desire to be with women.
Degeneracy. Absolutely degenerate. In the fucking jingle. Oh, God.
My favorite part is he goes, they got me. They got me. Well, I'm out of the closet now. They got me. He's fucking jingling like a little bitch with his fucking cat ear bells. Come on.
Oh, speaking of...
gay as fuck.
Did you guys see the America First Bitch t-shirt?
Oh yeah, link that. Yeah.
What?
It says something about only a gay man would design this shirt.
It says America First Bitch. Pull that up, Brian. This is like a $35 shirt, by the way. So on top of your ticket, if you spend $35, you can purchase a shirt. This amazing shirt. Just look at it. You get Americanism, not globalism, will be our credo, which is a stolen line from Trump. And then at the bottom it says America First Bitch.
Yeah, it's America First Bitch, the PNG, Brian.
Yeah. Brian has it up.
Oh, okay.
But, it's okay, are you a bitch for buying the shirt? Because I think you are. $35.
So it's either that you're a bitch of America First, like you're a bitch for the movement, like you're getting fucked in the ass.
Clearly.
Fuentes for America First, or it's America First, bitch. So either of those things are really fucking gay. I don't know which is more gay, actually. Like, I'm the America First bitch. Or America First bitch. I'm not really fucking sure. And then you see the America First flag that has been planted in. It's kind of like a phallus penetrating an anus here of this fucking flag. Like, it's all just like a hidden symbolism signal for how faggoty all of these people are. I mean, this is fucking tremendous, this shirt. Some real gay vibes here. Some cringe and gay vibes.
Imagine people paid for this. They didn't just give this away. People paid.
Oh, the best part, on the website, it has a name your price option. So you can either just buy it for $35 or you can put your own price for the t-shirt. And guess what? You can't put a price below $35. So he actually expects people to want to pay more for the shirt.
So it's $35 plus tip.
Yeah,
Plus
you gotta
tip.
you gotta
Well,
give him
that's
a
why
tip.
Well, that's why you're the America First bitch, because you're getting
Exactly.
bitched out. Plus tip, and he wants to put just the tip in your ass. At least that's what he'll tell you. Oh, it's just going to be the tip.
Only the tip.
Plow full board into you, but his penis is just the size of a normal tip, so you won't know the difference.
I see
Well, maybe
someone in chat
Fuentes
brought
is
up
the bitch.
someone in chat brought up a very valid point. Globe logo on an anti-global shirt is dumb. Yes, it is very dumb.
Oh, genius!
I didn't even think of that. There's a globe.
Yeah,
It's
there's a globe.
anti-globalism.
That's because this is a Fed op. This is clearly like some bullshit to make all these people look like idiots. Like the guy who doxed himself earlier.
Yeah.
Did you see that? The guy who had his name and the school he goes to on his badge?
To get into AFPAC, too, you have to have a badge, and it has to have your full name on it and where you're from on it, as well as like a barcode, just to make sure that if they can't identify you otherwise, it has to have a barcode on it, too.
So he's literally barcoding people like fucking Bill Gates would. Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
him and Beardson, who the guy is like a foot taller than Beardson. Like, how tall is Beardson? Do we know this?
He's 5 foot in a fag end. 5 foot in a fag end. I mean, holy shit! Look at this fucking guy. He's a fucking dwarf. He's the fucking main character from The Hobbit. Fucking Frodo Baggins up in this bitch.
He's a Gr0yper general.
I'm pretty sure the guy he's next to is like average height, like 5.
Oh, the guy he's next to is like 5'6".
Right, yeah.
Come on. He's towering over him.
Could you imagine if this was a real army, the Gr0yper army, and Beardson, you're following a 5 foot tall guy in the battle?
But look, it's got this scan code. You would think with the scan code, they wouldn't need to have his photo ID, his name, and where he's from on the badge. But it's all got to be as blatant as possible. He's just you have to be able to identify this guy in like 5 different ways, just in case he tries to escape.
Oh, should we?
And what's on his shirt? I've not even noticed. What's his shirt? Is that like a furry shirt?
I don't know. It looks like are those
Furries
frogs
in a
in a helicopter? It looks like frogs in a helicopter. I don't know. This is. Oh, should we pull up the Loomer and Malkin having lunch photo? I thought that was.
Let's throw that up.
Let's throw that up. It's a tweet. The Loomer Witch. Someone named it Loomer Witch. That makes sense. But yeah, look at Loomer. What the fuck happened to her? It's like she ran for politics and now she looks like a fucking
terrifying.
She's aged like 40 fucking years in the hyperbolic time chamber. Like her face is melting. It's like fucking eaten away. Like she's obviously been performing some evil rituals that have drained her life essence from her. But like we have this is like the AFPAC crew. Just a bunch of Zionists.
Oh, come on. They're super base. They're all right wing. I mean, look at all these right wing base.
Realize apparently
people.
She's only 27 years old.
What? There's no way she's only 27. She looks like she's 40.
Michelle Malkin's 55 and looks younger than she does.
Well, Malkin's Asian. She'll look like that when she's 80.
Hey, Mommy Michelle.
Mommy Michelle.
Mommy Michelle. Oh, fuck.
Jesus Christ.
According to the Iraq War based Mummy Michelle. I think the wall got them all. It got Laura at fucking age 27. She's hit the wall about as hard as he can.
I wonder how many tires she slashed.
I mean, how does your nose get more hooked?
I don't know.
I don't know how it could have got more hooked than it fucking was.
Yeah, I mean, did she grind up money and inject it into her bloodstream, and now she's becoming like more and more Jewish? What is it? What has transformed her face into a Jewish stereotype? She didn't look like this in the beginning, right? Or did she? And we just were tricked.
Like a few years ago, I don't remember her looking like this. It's like she fucking like a body snatcher came and fucking, switched her out with someone else. It's fucking weird. That or she just got a fuck ton of work done, which I think that's probably what happened.
Yeah, there was a Mossad agent that sort of looked like Laura Loomer, and they just replaced her, and everybody thinks she just looks more Jewy now. Is that what happened? I just don't understand how this happened.
All right. Do you guys got anything else? Do you have anything else you want to throw in here, quick?
I think that's it. I guess we can do like
we
close.
went.
Oh! There's one thing we forgot. That photo of Milo and Nick.
Oh yeah, our Pizzagate photo.
That's a famous
the classic.
one. The 10
Classic.
Fuentes Milo. Well, yeah, we should end on this picture, and then I guess final thoughts. I guess.
Yeah.
All right. We'll pull up this image. It'll be the last one. Give your predictions for AF Pack, boys. We'll wrap this show up. It's been an unmitigated disaster, perhaps the worst show in years. But
I blame Brian. This is all Brian's fault.
Everybody's gonna blame Brian.
The fucking audio being fucked.
The whole show was just a means to throw Brian under the bus.
Yeah.
But here it is. Milo, confirmed homosexual Zionist Jew, with Nick Fuentes eating cheese pizza.
Yes, of course it's cheese pizza.
Right.
Imagine eating food this good.
Is this a signal to the cabal? The pedo cabal?
Yeah, it's a signal that Nick is their
Alaska.
guy. Like, Nick is their guy now. That's what this was. I don't know. All right, so final thoughts, I guess?
Constable, give us your final thoughts.
Me? Final thoughts? Well, Nick is clearly gay. I think we, not that everybody already know it.
As a gay expert, you think he's gay?
As a gay expert, I think he's very clearly gay.
Okay. Yeah. I will take your word for
gay
it.
Man. Surrounds himself with gay dudes. He blushes at gay dudes. He flirts with gay dudes. I've seen like 2 pictures of him by a woman. In both pictures, he looked incredibly awkward and almost grossed out by the presence of a woman. I think his charity, his 501c4, is probably a scam. It's probably been rejected by the feds, which is why he can't cash a check. And that's my take. That's my hot take on it.
All right. Well, I'll give you my thoughts. Actually, Squire, do you want to give your thoughts and then I'll close this out?
Sure. I think that from what we've seen so far, and we're still doing some investigating. We have a few more things we're looking into, but I think that the charity itself probably is what the account was that Nick was referring to. They got frozen. Well, he didn't say it was his account because it was the charity's account, and the charity is its own, entity. I think Nick is most likely gay. There's too much evidence to suggest that he isn't. It's just all showing that he is. He's telling people that they're, to be a voluntary celibate, even though they're all clearly incels. And I think with regards to the event tonight, I don't know. It's probably going to be a shit show. People are going to be speaking for 20 minutes, so I can't see anything of value coming out of it. Maybe something goofy will happen, but I think it's just going to be a snoozer.
All right. I'm pretty much the same thing. I think this will be a pretty standard, bog standard American Renaissance-esque, same as last AFPAC, fairly uninspired speeches, going to be pretty boring. I think the final guest won't be that big of a surprise. It won't be anybody that's just amazing or huge. It's not going to be Trump. It's not going to be DeSantis. Maybe it'll be Alex Jones. But I'm even doubting it'll be anybody as big as that. So far as the fallout from all this, I won't be surprised. I don't think the feds are going to bust in during the speech and arrest everybody, although that'd be amazing. But I think what might happen is some of them, when they leave the conference and try and fly home, some of them might be on no-fly lists. Some of these guys might find out that, they're getting fucked, their funds might be frozen, various things like this. It might not, the effects of this might not be felt immediately. It might come months from now down the line. But what I'm more interested in even than that is just anytime we have one of these crossovers on the internet, like Kilroy or Knoxville or whatever, where they have the IRL meetups, there's always tons of retarded stories and drama and leaks that come out of it for years to come. And I think in this particular instance, we'll have plenty of that. And there will be plenty of fucking hilarity, for sure. That's what I'm hoping for. from the conference. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe nothing will happen, but I think Patrick Casey will be vindicated in the end on this one. All right, guys, I think that's it for this show. You can check out AFPAC if you want. And Nick is on. He's speaking right now. All right, let's wrap it up.
All right. Good night.